So guys, how many of you are ready to enhance your communication skills? Raise your hand. Yes? And how many of you are super duper excited to master your body language? Come on, give me a high five. One, two, three, boom. Fantastic. A very fantastic evening to all of you. And thank you so much for showing up live for this special session. And I'm so glad that you did not afford to miss this opportunity to learn my dear friend Reenu. So to help you, I will share about her. Okay. And before that, make sure you're all ready with your pen and paper. I'm pretty sure you will have some really good insight. So to tell you about Reenu, she is a former IELTS trainer in communications training and exam preparation, and she's also certified life and transformation coach from Jay Shetty Certification School. And she's having over 4 years of experience in coaching individuals in personality development, behavior change, and mindset transformation. And she has been trained and mentored by global leaders in coaching and personal growth, likes of Blair Singer, Mac Attram, Thaddeus Lawrence. And to tell you how do I know her, so we are classmates, right, Renu? So we met in some of these trainings and we completed our Train the Trainer certification together under Blair Singer. And and Mac Attram and Thaddeus Lawrence are also some of the common mentors. And she is here tonight to share with you and help you with your interviews, with your body language and communication skills. So, guys, can you all please give her a big round of applause? Yes, for taking our precious time and for being with us today evening. And also, please type in the chat box welcome to welcome her. Yes, amazing, everyone. Come on. So, I have promised her one thing, that out of whichever audience she has addressed in her life, this is going to be the most amazing and the most active audience for her. Okay? So, guys, keep your cameras turned on and make sure we exceed her expectations altogether. Lovely. So, Reenu, all my students are super excited to learn from you, and over to you now.
Thank you very much, Ayushi. I am more than excited to be here today. And look at all those happy faces on my screen. I'm so glad that so many of you are here, and most of you have turned on your cameras. Very well done. And for those of you who haven't turned on their cameras yet, come on, turn it on. That's the first sign of confidence. We are not going to hide anywhere. We are just going to be ourselves, show our beautiful faces on the camera. Okay, come on, switch on your cameras. And how amazing is your mentor, Ayushi? Isn't she great? Let's give her a round of applause, okay? For having so much of energy and for guiding all of you the right way.
Thank you.
How are you all feeling today? Good? Bad? Super? Okay, so who's ready to be a little more confident than you already are? Amazing. Let's give ourselves a high five and say, let's get going. Super. So as Ayushi said, I help people with their confidence. And I work on 3 areas. I work on their communication, on their body language, and also on their grooming. And not to forget, mindset plays a huge part. So today, all I have is like an hour, 45 minutes with all of you. So I've taken just one part of it, okay? Body language. How can we become a little more confident by utilizing our body, by utilizing the right posture and body language so we can appear to be confident, feel confident, and crack any interviews? How amazing is that? How many of you would like to learn that? Great. So she introduced me, but let me take a few minutes to say why I'm doing this. Many years back, I was not a great speaker at all. I went once on stage when I was in the 5th standard, and I remember speaking for like 2 minutes. Every sentence that came out of my mouth were grammatically incorrect. I was not even able to speak. But what I remember vividly is my friends making fun of me, my friends giggling. After that, I never once went on stage again. And the breakthrough happened when Ayushi, like Ayushi mentioned, we went for a program called Train the Trainer. And there I got to be on stage, and my mentor, blessing her, he did some amazing magic. And that's the day from when I started my speaking career. And I've been awarded as one of the 100 best speakers in the country by a program run by Success Kyan called the Super Speaker. All of this is because I worked on myself. I worked on my mindset. I worked on my skill set. How many of you drive here? Yes. So, how was it when you started to drive? You can let me know in the chat box. Was it easy? Was it a little difficult? And did you get experience by doing it, practicing it? Scary. Yes, Neha says it was scary. I know, I understand. Little difficult. Yes. It was weird, something random. Absolutely. Difficult, yes. But what happened after a couple of months? Did it become a little more easier? Overcame fear. That's right. Yes, practice. Practice is what is going to make you confident in any skill that you're trying to master, be it speaking, be it writing, anything, cooking. Once you keep practicing, then only you'll get it. It's like a muscle. I'd say confidence is like a muscle. How many of you go to the gym? Yeah. Do you go to the gym and take 25 kilos dumbbells the first time? Or do you increase it gradually? Yeah, yes, gradual increase. Yes, it is a muscle you are strengthening, right? Similarly, confidence is a skill. Anybody can master it. If I can master, anybody can master. If I can master communication, anybody can master communication. So when I worked, and I had a life coach for myself because I figured that there was this gap. I used to dress well, appear perfect, but when I was in a gathering, I used to feel small. I was not able to speak up. Okay. And even when I spoke up, I felt like nobody used to hear what I said. I used to feel like, am I like invisible to everybody? I don't know what is going on. That is when I realized confidence has two parts to it. There is external confidence that you can work on with your body language, with great grooming. And there is something called internal confidence, where you need to work on your belief. Okay, so it's both. And here I will be covering the external part of it. And first of all, before I move on, how many of you are preparing for examinations? Ooh, okay, all of you. How many of you are going to write the exam soon, maybe this month or next month? Me. Yes. I don't even, I don't even know what you guys are going through. The last time I wrote an exam was several years back. And even today, I sometimes wake up from my sleep thinking about my maths exam, or I haven't prepared for my chemistry exam. Do you all get such dreams? Yeah, and I'm sure with Ayushi's experience, expertise, and all the other coaches and mentors that you're working with, they're making your life super easier. Is it? Yes. All right. So let's get going. Okay, Ayushi, I'd like to share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Okay. So like I mentioned, today I will be working with the body language. Confidence has different aspects to it, and the easiest one you can master is your body language. And what you're going to learn here is the science and power of correct body language and presence. Okay, just a second. Yeah. How many of you, okay, you guys need to be very active on the chat box because I cannot see all of you. Is that a deal? Great. Okay. How many of you have heard of power posing? Do you know what it is? No? Power posing is a pose that is a universally accepted pose. And this pose is one such that will make anybody feel confident in that instant. Okay, so power pose, I will show you what a power pose is. And it reduces your stress hormone, which is the cortisol, and increases your other hormone that makes you feel confident and makes you feel take bold actions. Okay, so this is what a power pose looks like. Okay, sorry. Okay, who how who has some idea of a power pose? Who wants to give it a try? Okay, Ashish wants to try. Show me a power pose. Perfect. Let's give him a high five. That is a power pose where you just keep your hands on your hips, your feet shoulder width apart, and you just stand there with your head straight, shoulders relaxed. And if you hold this pose for 2 minutes to 5 minutes, you will instantly feel confident. Why don't we all try this pose along with Ashish? Come on, everybody, get up. Get up and try the power pose right now. Yes, Priyanka, I can see you. Others, come on, try. Thank you, Ashish, for showing us what the pose is. Okay, so there was a research done in which there were two sections of people and one group. Okay, if you have done with your power pose, you may please take your seats. So as I was saying, there was a research done with two groups of people. One group of people was given the power pose and they were asked to be in the power pose before coming for an interview. The other group, they were not asked to do anything and they appeared for the interview. And these interviews were recorded. And there was another panel who were deciding on who to take. And the recording did not have any voice. So with just body language and their presence, the team had to hire the right candidates. And it was seen that the people who had done the power pose earlier had better chances. So this is a very, very effective strategy and a super easy one. I'll give you one more example. I have a friend of mine, his name is Vishnu. He's a great businessman. And once we were all in a meeting together, and it was Vishnu's turn to give a presentation about his business. So then, before like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he was doing something, and then his turn to present came. And he presented, and honestly, I was so unhappy with the way he performed because I knew that he can do better. And I was wondering what went wrong. You know, he was very soft while speaking, didn't use any body language, did not interact with the audience. And then everybody clapped, so I also clapped. And I left it there. After a couple of days, Vishnu called me and said, "Hey, Reenu, how was my performance?" I said, "Yeah, you could have done a much better job." And I'm like, "What happened?" So Vishnu said, just before he was going to go on stage, he got a call saying that there was some mishap that happened in a site where his business was going on. So Vishnu was so nervous, emotionally upset when he came for the presentation. I was like, Vishnu, only if you knew this trick of doing the power pose, you could have saved your presentation. That important it is. We think it's super easy, and maybe we think it might not even work out, but trust me, it works out all the time. Okay? It needn't be this power pose. You can adopt your own power pose. Some people like to stand like Superman. Whatever makes you feel confident. Okay? Next. What is happening?
Reenu, you can press F5 on the presentation. It will be full screen and then probably share it. So it will start from the first slide.
Okay.
Just press F5.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So now, psychology influences physiology. What does this mean? It means if you, the way you sit, the way your body is, it has a direct correlation with how you feel. If you stand like the, see, let's have a look, okay? What do you think the first person is thinking about? The one in the off-white color shirt and pants. If you're allowed to unmute, you can unmute and say, or if not, let me know in the chat box. How many of you think how many of you feel he's thinking about something positive? How many of you feel that he's thinking something negative? Yes? Does he look a little sad? And what makes you think he looks sad? What makes you think that he looks a little negative? The way he's the way he's holding his head, isn't it? Yeah? The way his hands are in his pockets, the way his shoulders are drooping down. And let's have a look at the other person. How many of you think he is a little more positive than the other fellow? Yeah? His head is straight, his shoulders are upright. And from that itself, we can make out that person is positive. See, whenever we meet people, even if it is online or in person, we are all constantly making judgments about the people who we see. And what is the easiest way to judge a person based on? Appearance, body language, grooming, right? And once we've made a judgment about a person, it is so difficult to bypass the judgment. The easiest thing we can do is to make sure we have a great body language so we make a great first impression. Okay? Yes, open posture increases confidence and reduces anxiety. Closed posture reinforces insecurity and stress. How many of you are preparing for interviews? Nobody? Yes, I can see some hands. Yeah. So when it comes to interview, again, it is highly crucial that you maintain your confidence. And the moment you walk in through the door, till the time you finish, you are being scrutinized in everything, be it the knowledge, your confidence, the way you're carrying yourself. So here I would like to share a few common interview pitfalls that most people make. First is avoiding eye contact. When you're nervous, it is very natural for you to look away. And eye contact doesn't mean that you keep staring at the person opposite to you, right? It also doesn't mean that you keep looking down. It's finding that right balance of looking at the person. Okay, and how does the other person pick up whether you're feeling nervous or not? When you keep fidgeting with your fingers, when you keep fidgeting with something in your hands, maybe you have a pen in your hand and you keep flickering it. All these are signs that the other people are picking up that shows that you are nervous. Okay? Crossed arms, it appears as defensive. Slouching suggests low energy. So what do you do when you're in an interview situation? You never slouch. Because we saw when you slouch, you automatically feel stressed and feel negative, which is not what we want when it comes to an interview, isn't it? So what are effective body language strategies? Maintain eye contact, open posture. If you have a chair, which I'm sure you will, sit back. Make sure your back is relaxed. Yeah, I can see some of you making changes. And I'm sure you're already feeling better once you've made that shifts in the way you're sitting. Purposeful gestures. Some people like to use too much of hand movements. but make it purposeful. When there is a need, make sure to use your hands. Do not overdo it. And a genuine smile. This is the easiest technique that you can do to make you feel confident and positive. Think about it. Can you all smile? Smile? Yes. When you're smiling, is it possible to think about anything negative? Think about anything sad? No. Smiling, it's the easiest thing one can do. You can be active in the chat box because I'm not able to see everybody because my presentation is playing.
Reenu, you can also choose the gallery mode from view and you'll be able to see, I believe, students also.
Yeah, I can see few, not all.
So if you can see this slight line in between, small line in between, if you
Mm,
drag it, you can see more students. Like
okay.
if you extend it, or just go to view and choose side by side gallery. So you can see students and your, I believe your PPT as well.
Okay.
If that helps you.
Yeah. Thank you, Aishi.
Because I can see all the students hooked to their screen and listening to you carefully. And I'm pretty
Oh,
sure when you take a session, that really helps. So I don't want you to miss that side.
yeah, because most of my sessions I do offline. So when Aishi said, okay, do an online session, I was super excited because honestly, I haven't done an online session in a long time. Yeah, as I mentioned, practice. I am lacking practice in taking Zoom sessions today.
Where you have got the perfect audience to do so then.
I know. I'm very happy with the audience I have. Okay, so we did see some interview pitfalls and effective body language strategies for a successful interview. Now let's see how you can prime yourself for a perfect interview. Um, it's like when you wake up in the morning, the way you start your morning sort of primes you for the entire day. Okay, if you wake up stressed and nervous, there is a high chance that your entire day is going to be stressed and nervous. Or on the other hand, if you start your day feeling positive, relaxed, focused, your entire day is going to unfold that way. Same in the case of an interview. What happens is before an interview, all of us are nervous. So we keep, walking up and down the corridor or sitting on the chair and moving our legs, shaking our legs. It's just to mm, expel the negative energy, that fear that we are going through. Or now, worst case, you could either be on your phone, which is also not going to help. So I have created a small pre-interview routine that all of you can do, which is super, super simple, yet effective, and it will ensure that you have a successful interview. It is very simple. All you got to do is, instead of being on the phone, walking across the corridor, find a private space. It could be a restroom. Just go to a restroom or find a quiet place and just use your power pose for 2 minutes. That's it. And visualize success. Are you all familiar with visualization? Yes? Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Visualize yourself being in the interview, answering the questions correctly, feeling confident, feeling the people asking you the right questions, hearing them say, wow, you've done a great job, hearing yourself give the right answer, visualize success, visualize how you want your interview to go. Okay, is a very quick and easy tip because I don't want to just leave you with a lot of facts. I want you to have takeaways from the session that you can start practicing from today. So use this power posing routine, okay? Because I clearly remember when I was writing all my exams, I was the student who would go sit inside the exam hall 15 minutes before the bell rang. My other friends, they would be on the corridor studying till the last minute. And when the bell rings, they'll come inside. I was not that student. I would leave my book in the room. I used to be in the boarding school. I used to leave my book in the room and then come for the exam. Because that time I had no idea, okay, of all of these things, but that's how I used to be, because I don't like the last minute hurry. But I've seen several of my friends do it, and maybe it works for them. I don't know. But this is what works for me, and this has worked for several of the students that I have coached. So please feel free to use it. It will help you. What is presence? Presence is what you feel when someone walks into a room, even before they start to speak. It's what someone makes you feel when you are with them. Okay? So, here, when I'm talking about presence, I want you to experience it. So, is it okay if I take you all through a 2 minute meditation? I don't even want to call it a meditation. Maybe you can say a process to help you understand your presence. Is that okay? Yes? Okay. In
Is
that
it
case,
just okay or you guys are excited about it? Come on, type excited in the chat box. You love all this stuff.
yeah, super. I can see all the thumbs up. Great. Yes, excited. Shivani is excited. Yes, great. Okay. So for this, you can close your eyes. You don't have to see me. You just have to hear my voice. Okay. Once you're ready, please sit comfortably on your chair. Let us begin by gently closing the eyes and softening your gaze. Allow your body to settle into a comfortable position. Let your hands rest easily and give yourself permission to simply be here for the next few minutes. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Hold for a brief moment and exhale fully through the mouth. Let's do that once more. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs, holding gently, and release with a soft sigh. Allow your breathing now to find its natural rhythm, flowing in and out effortlessly. Now, bring your awareness to the points of contact your body makes with the chair or the floor. Feel the support beneath you, steady, grounding, unchanging. Notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground, reminding you that you are safe and present in this moment. As thoughts begin to arise, simply notice them. There's no need to judge or no need to push them away. Imagine they are like leaves floating down a stream. You can watch them pass by without needing to reach for them. Bring your focus now to your breath. Notice the coolness of the air as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Feel your chest rise and fall, the gentle rhythm of life moving through you. Each breath is an anchor, bringing you back into this present moment. Notice the sounds around you, perhaps near you, perhaps a little away. You might hear the air conditioning in your room, you might hear the sound of the fan. Maybe you have some people talking in the nearby room. Rather than labeling them, just let them be part of your present experience. Notice the stillness beneath the sounds, the quiet that is always available within you. As you rest here, allow yourself simply be. There's nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, no role to play. Right here, right now. This is enough. You are enough. Take one more slow, deep breath in and a gentle breath out. And as you prepare to return, bring with you this sense of presence, calm, and clarity. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this awareness with you into the rest of your day. Whenever you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. Let me know in the chat box how that made you feel. Give me one word in the chat box. Present and relaxed. Serene. How about the others? Yes, masterpiece. Relaxed. Yes, completely present. Yes, relaxed. In the moment, relaxed. And how often are we in the present moment? Peace. Yes. We are either constantly worrying about what happened in the past. Yeah, very, very rarely. Or thinking about what can go wrong in the future. Exactly. Kanchan says either in the past or future. Felt calm and also some vibrations around my ears. Wow. Yeah. So when you come across a person who is present, they are in the moment with you. I have a friend of mine. I love having a conversation with him just because he makes me feel seen and heard. When I'm with him, I know he's only with me. He's not thinking about anything else, not about what to do or what happened, but just present. Presence is a gift. If you can cultivate it, it's the biggest gift that you can give yourself and also to the people around you. And as I said, this is also a practice, a skill that you can develop with practice. And the easiest way to develop presence is to just simply sit for 2 minutes observing your breath. Okay, and anytime you notice yourself anxious, stressed out, worrying, thinking about the past, or constantly worrying about the future, come back to the present moment. Just breathe for 2 minutes. Because the past, we all know there's nothing we can do about it, and future is unpredictable. We can't do anything about it either. But this moment is ours. All we got to do is in this moment, and presence is the skill or the ability you can master. So there are three dimensions of presence. One is the mental presence, like I was mentioning earlier. When you're talking with someone, being fully with them. I had a friend of mine. I met him like how I met Ayushi. I met him also in a training session, different training session. And he had a German mentor. And he wanted to meet the mentor. And he got an appointment to meet her in person after several attempts. And he was very excited and he went to meet her. So he was given like 10, 15 minutes. And this is a German lady. And they started talking. And while talking, she mentioned something about the Black Forest. Okay. And when she mentioned Black Forest, you know what my friend thought? He thought about the Black Forest cake that he had when he took his wife out to dinner for the very first time after they got married. And then he was thinking that he was wearing a black jacket then. Where did that jacket go? He was in his own thought, in his own mind, and wasting the precious time he had with his mentor. And then once he was able to catch himself, he quickly came back to the conversation. But Can he ask the mentor, excuse me, I was in my own mind. Can you please repeat what you were saying? Can he do that? No. That's why when we are with somebody, it is hugely important to be present, to make sure that we are not in our own thoughts, in our own head. Instead, we are focusing fully on the person who we are conversing with. And next is the emotional presence, where where you have the ability to stay calm and relaxed in any situation. I'm sure if you come across certain people in your life, probably they're very calm in a very, even in a very stressful situation. I once was talking to a friend of mine, and his senior, his boss, was one such that whatever happened at his home, when he comes to work, he is a totally different person. He would have had the biggest argument at home, but when he comes to work, he's so calm and composed. That is the kind of presence he had, and the kind of presence that each of us can develop. And what is the third one? It's called physical presence. It's the presence we express through gestures and postures. When someone's talking to us, how do we sit? We lean in, lean forward. We nod our head when they're saying something. And if you agree, you show agreement. Or you say words like, okay, I understand. Make the other person feel seen and heard. And what is something that you shouldn't do? Physical presence. Obviously, when they are speaking about something sad, you can't sit there and laugh and smile, right? Make the other person feel seen and heard by adapting the right kind of body language, the right kind of gestures that will make the other person feel better. Yes, and how can we develop presence? Be mentally focused, listen deeply, and respond thoughtfully. Stay emotionally grounded and align physically. And these are certain practices that you can do very, very easily to make sure that you have presence in your life. As I was saying, confidence is just not about your body language. It's not just about your communication skill. It's just not just about the way you are groomed. It's a lot more, right? So here I want to give you all certain things that you can do to work on your confidence. Of course, all of the things that I explained so far will help you. And even then, I'm sure you might have instances in your life where suddenly you feel nervous and you don't have time to do a power pose. What can you do then? The easiest thing is to get back to your breathing. Focus on your breathing. Because when we are stressed, we have like two kinds of nervous systems in our body. We have our parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. Okay, and when we are stressed, it's the sympathetic nervous system that is on. If we have to switch back to our calmness, groundedness, all we got to do is relax. Focus on your breath for 2 minutes. And this is one thing that I always give my mentees and my students is to do mirror practice. How many of you want to know what that is? Mirror practice. If you want to know, just type, yes, I can see. Yeah, me. Okay. Mirror practice is, this is a easy one. But for someone who's doing it for the first time, it can be quite tricky. There's a Russian saying, okay? It goes like, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, don't blame the mirror. Mirror practice is just simply you watching yourself in the mirror. And when I say watching yourself, you look at the eyes of the person you see in the mirror and tell him or her everything that you want her to be. You are confident, you're amazing, you will crack this exam, you will get this interview, you are an amazing communicator. Because your reality is shaped up with your beliefs, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the people around you, what you believe about the situations in your life. And as I said, confidence is both inner and outer. Self belief, exactly. So if one has to be confident throughout, you need to have certain beliefs about yourself that makes you feel confident. Okay. Because I've seen a lot of people, they appear really good, they wear great clothes, they carry themselves really well, but inside they're so insecure. That's not confidence. That's difficult being. I'm saying this because I've lived that way for quite some time. And why I'm saying this is because I've changed the way I am, and I know how liberating it is. Yeah, I learned to, what is he saying? I learned to speak in English, just my mirror practice. Excellent. Om Umpate. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing your name. Anyway, Om. Great work, okay? Exactly. That's the power of mirror work. Yes, there's this lady here. I'm from Kerala, down south, okay? And there's this lady here that I highly admire. And once I went shopping, and when I went shopping, I wasn't looking the part. I just wore something that I was wearing at home and went. I saw this lady, and I'm like, should I go to say hi to her or shouldn't I say hi to her? Because I'm not looking great. But I went, I said hi to her, I spoke to her. We had such a great conversation. And while talking to her, I was just checking in with myself. And I'm like, you feel confident this way. It's really good. So that is when I understood the importance of self work, importance of working on your mindset, along with working on your communication, body language, and your grooming. Okay, so that's all I have to share today. What to do when we are zoning out in between the conversation. Yeah, great emotional presence. I'll tell you, Kanchan, yes. So that's all I have as a theory for all of you. If you all have any questions, I'll be here for another 10-15 minutes. You may ask your questions. Who wants to share one key learning from whatever I shared so far? Something that you learned. Let me know in the chat box. Yeah, my mind freezes. Yes, I understand. Confidence is the best attitude. Power pose hold. Great. You want me to repeat presence of action? Okay, posture, self-confidence. Back. Yes, smile. Body language speaks louder than the words. Excellent. Aishi, you have some amazing students here.
I told you, you will fall
Yes.
in love with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Focus on breathing. That's the answer to all the questions regarding your brain freezing, when you're talking to somebody or your thoughts are wandering. All you got to do is come back to your breathing. Focus on breathing. That's how you can be in the present moment. Thank you, Ajay Tang, for sharing that. Smiling, yes. When your mind freezes, the easiest thing to do is just smile. I went for kayaking recently with my husband and my son. It was so difficult for me to do it. But my husband, he pushed me and he said, Reenu, go on the kayak. We had to kayak for some long kilometers. And I wanted to give up. But every time I was about to give up, I smiled and say, okay, Reenu, let's just go, continue. And I completed it. And after that, I feel so good about myself. And one more
Lovely.
thing, physiology influences psychology. Great. Yeah, excellent. Can I unmute myself, Avishi?
Yeah, I'll help her. Go ahead, Malvika.
Yeah, good. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, hi. Yeah. Okay, about when you're saying, when in before an interview, you have to, make eye contact. The like yeah, I feel confident about myself. Like in my inner side, like I feel very confident. But the thing is, like my inner thought is saying, yeah, you are confident. But while talking, I used to see, like now also, like I'm not looking at your eye, like I'm seeing somewhere else. like but I'm feeling confident. I could not make eye contact, like I'm trying to uh, gather my thoughts. So is it like, am I thinking wrong, or am I really confident, or else, like, this is what my question is.
Okay, so you want to know whether you're confident or not, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like
And
I could not make any eye contact, but I'm thinking, I'm trying to thinking my, like I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So
huh.
am I really confident in this situation? Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
What do you believe about yourself, Malavika?
Yeah, I'm very confident when I'm talking to someone else. I know
Mhm.
I'm confident.
Mhm.
Like, okay, my, like, I'm feeling very relaxed, but the thing is, little bit I can sense like some kind of shivering. It'll be, at the starting, but
Huh.
afterwards it will be like I can manage.
Yes. Yeah. So you, as you said, little bit shivering you feel in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? In that time, is it possible for you to take a small breath?
No,
No.
I was rushing to speak.
And
Like,
even now, when
can
you're
you
talking to
can
me, yeah, you are looking right and left. That's okay. Because when we,
okay.
yeah, because even when I'm speaking, when I'm recalling a memory, all of us have a tendency to look towards the left side because our memories are stored in the left side of the brain. When we are
Yeah.
trying to construct something, we tend to look at the right side because here is where we construct. That is okay.
Okay.
Okay. So when someone's
Okay.
asking you a question, of course you can think about the answer, but make sure you
Mm-mm.
look at the person while giving the answer.
Yes.
Wow, very
Okay,
nice.
ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome,
I
Monica.
like, yeah, I got clarified about my, doubt. Really, now
Next time,
I'm feeling confident.
yeah, next time when you
Ma'am?
speak to someone, you notice, even they'll do it.
Yeah.
The easiest is if you have children and if they are lying,
No.
they look to the right
Uh,
and construct a lie. Then you understand they're lying.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, because
Actually,
I
I
have
could
a son who
sense.
makes sense.
I could sense with my knees.
Yes, exactly. We all do that. That's all right. But when you give an answer, make sure to look straight.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Thank
give a
you
high
so
five
much,
to
ma'am.
Malavika. You're a very confident girl, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. It's very glad to, talk with you. It's a
Oh,
great opportunity, really.
well,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
you're welcome. When I speak to people, I feel like I'm having but they're not included. Okay. Who is this? Priyanka. Priyanka, are you here? Can you wave? Okay. Yes. Hi, Priyanka. Can you ask your question, please? You want to unmute?
Unmute again, Priyanka. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, ma'am. So nice to be a part of this webinar. So my question is like when I'm with people, I try to speak to them. I am an ambivert, but I try to initiate. But then I get this feeling that I'm just hanging with them and not really included in the part. How to be present in the moment and not feel that way.
Yes.
Because I feel insecure.
Yeah. That's perfectly okay, Priyanka. Like you said, when you are with them, you are thinking about not being included. So are you in the present?
No, I'm just thinking I'm not included. I'm not included. I'm not their
Yeah.
close circle.
Yes. So the one thing I want to tell all of you is to feel included in a group, you need not be the most interesting person. You just need to be the most interested person in others. So, what Priyanka is doing, you're so focused on yourself. Am I doing this? Am I feeling included? Am I doing this? And, like a lot of thoughts go in your head, which makes you feel a certain way. Now, when you're in a group, you have to focus on others. Okay? You start speaking to them, ask them questions. Like for me, it is very easy to speak to anybody because I'm not going in a conversation thinking that I have to make an impression. I go into a conversation wanting to learn about the other person.
Perspective difference.
Yes, yes. Even today, if I was so worried about, oh, what are you all going to think about me? What if my presentation is not right? If I put pressure on myself, I cannot be present with all of you.
Yeah. We just have to be relaxed the way we are.
Yes, the way you are, you're perfectly good. You're great. You are enough the way you are.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It
and
makes me feel
it makes me feel what?
good.
Yes, we are all enough. We are perfect the way we are. But some of us have preferences, right? I don't like tea. That doesn't mean that nobody in the world likes tea. Yeah, certain groups of people, maybe they're not meant for us, but still you can make an effort to get to know the other person. Okay?
So you asked me to talk to them without thinking how they will think about me.
No, without you thinking about yourself.
Yeah, okay. That's even more important. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll try it.
You're welcome, Priyanka. Let's give
Lovely.
Priyanka a high five. Good girl. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I guess we have few more questions. Reenu from Om Tivin, if you can like.
Yes, if you can unmute and ask me, I'll be happier.
Okay, so let's unmute Om.
Hello, ma'am. Am I
Hi.
audible?
Yes, very much.
Ma'am, actually, this thing happens often with me that, first of all, I should say good evening, ma'am. Ayushi ma'am and Reenu ma'am. So, what normally happens, ma'am, actually, I have a teacher, okay? So, he's a chartered accountant, actually, and I respect him a lot. And sir is someone, he's very focused and he has like, a, he is, he's always carrying some energy with him. Like we feel that whenever we come closer to some people, then we get to feel that energy, right? That this particular person is like is a person of higher authority. He has that energy. So what happens that I normally don't feel unconfident whenever I talk to someone. But whenever the moment I enter into his office, like I can't I just go and simply touch his feet. I can't stop myself from touching his feet. After that, when I sit in front of him, I can't be present at that moment. And like he has different energy. He's very focused. And whenever he comes, and when we talk, when he makes an eye contact with me, for few seconds, for a few instances, like for 10 seconds or 20, I can manage to have an eye contact with him. But after that, I can't manage to have eye contact with him. Even though I am in the present moment, I am talking to him. But like I can't manage to make eye contact. And I still remember the last time when I went to him, I was sitting in the chair, I simply moved back like this. Like the way I did now. Because I was not able to manage myself. Sir asked me that what happened home. So I simply told sir, no, it's okay. Like I'm just unable to make eye contact with you. I simply told him that. So he was just smiling. So like it was not an interview, it was just open conversation with him. But even then, like I was not able to make an eye contact with him, even though I am very much focused. Like I do mirror practice. I told you that time that I this English speaking is also what I learned with just mirror practice. Because here
Oh,
in my environment, the entire school, like now I am doing CA, but my background, my upbringing was never like that. I have anyone whom with I can speak in English. I was
okay.
Everyone was speaking Hindi, Assamese, and everything language. I am from Assam actually. So I just this ongoing speaking, ma'am. I have videos. I have made lots of videos. I have been walking into this from since long. So I have came to this with practice only. So but
Very nice.
but now what happens, ma'am, that when I come, it happens only with sir actually. I respect him a lot, ma'am. So what can I do with this, ma'am?
Om, first of all, I highly appreciate you, okay? The way you speak, it's excellent. I speak like this because I've been learning English from my 6th year onwards. When I was 6 years itself, I started learning English, which is why I speak like this. But you, having no background, is speaking so fluently, and that too with so much of mirror practice and a lot of mind work, I must say. It's incredible. Oh, I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you.
High five to you. And when you see this person, your boss or the person you were talking about, does he remind you of someone?
No, ma'am. Actually, he is someone whom I respect a lot, and he also respects me back. Like,
You feel
we
that
have a connection.
you do you feel that people you respect, you have to deal with them a certain way, or you feel that authority must be respected?
Ma'am, the second one, the authority must be respected.
Yes. Sometimes it should be, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
But even then, ma'am, like,
But
uh,
if it's causing a problem for you, then you need to work on it.
ma'am, it is a problem for me because I can't express myself completely.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
so
can't say no to him. That is the thing.
you can't say no
So,
to him.
with your permission, may I share a little hack that I followed?
Sure. Yeah,
Of
sure.
course, ma'am. Of course, ma'am.
Because I've been into similar situation coming from a small city and working in a big four, and people more groomed and with lot better communication skills than I had at that point of time. So I learned this hack. If there is Malvik also, I guess, asked about not being able to make eye contact with people. So at that point of time, I learned that if you cannot make the eye contact, you cannot look into somebody's eye to eye. What you can try practicing is look here in between their eyes. And when you look here, they will feel like you are making an eye contact, but you will not see the impact on you and you will not feel underconfident. And like that, you can practice making eye contact also. And like that, you will not even feel bad about not making the eye contact. So you're giving an impression of making an eye contact, at the same time, you're not making an eye contact. And as you keep on practicing it slowly and gradually, you will be very comfortable even to look into eyes. So that's what helped me make an eye contact with people at work, being younger.
Acha.
So those of you having the eye contact problem, you can add this practice and start practicing it. Like next time, if you're talking to somebody senior or anybody who you are otherwise afraid or hesitant and reluctant of speaking, just try to look here in between their eyes and they will feel you're looking eye to eye, which will make you feel appear very confident. At the same time, you will also avoid making an eye contact and still continue to present your thoughts.
Okay, ma'am.
Let's give a high five to Aishi, okay, for that excellent tip. Thank you, Aishi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
That is something you all of you can definitely practice, okay? And also, Om, when you are with that person, you know you're feeling this way. There is something in your body that is making you feel this way. Yeah, of course, like Ayushi said, try to look at this point on the forehead and also take deep breaths. Relax yourself.
Ma'am, it happens like when I'm in front of him, like my eyes, I start breathing very fast.
See, fast breathing, no. Slow down your breathing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
And
next time
and
you have do it
and
consciously.
he's that person with whom when I was talking years ago, like I couldn't speak to him. It was
Yes.
like that. I was stuttering a lot. I used
Yeah,
to
and
stutter
now
a lot. But
see, you've come a long way, haven't you?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You can look at the forehead of the person and just getting back to your breath is going to help you solve a lot of problems. Your body needs to know it's safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Wonderful.
And
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
then,
we have next one over here, Nagashri, who wants to ask a question. So go ahead, Nagashri.
Hello, ma'am.
good evening. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, I have one doubt. Okay, like what is that is like while I'm presenting, okay, I was not at the beginning. I was not confident about like what you say, practicing in the mirror and then going and presenting. Okay, then I asked my teacher like, what can I do for this? Because mirror practice is not working for me, but I have to learn that some way. So still now I didn't find that way, ma'am. Like, how can I make comfortable with the mirror practicing thing? So what she was telling is like, whatever you want to explain the way to other someone, you tell to yourself loudly, read it loudly for more than 3 times. Then you start explaining yourself, so that in presentation also you will feel the same way. Okay, that way also I did whatever she told. That worked the 10% for me, because what happened was when I went to the stage there, I was again shivering, ma'am, like what you say. Again, I was not, while looking at everybody, I used to forget what I prepared. Whatever the efforts that I kept, that went into the vein. But when I tell the same thing in the online classes, when I do that presentation, it was okay, comfortable. But in offline and all, when by looking at the audience, yeah, I used to forget what I want to tell. So in this way, what can be my improvement area, ma'am? How can I improve the mirror, this practice this thing? That is
Okay.
the direct eye contact, the way to make eye contact.
Okay, so mirror practice you're doing for what, Nagasri?
I'm upcoming for the banking exams and all. There are more interviews, ma'am, which I have to face. Once I clear in prelims, mains, then the interview stage is the one which will decide our selection and this thing.
Yeah, okay. So you are preparing for the interview and
Yes, ma'am, interview and presentation as well, ma'am, because they also provide the 5 minutes presentation. Like we have to, they provide instant topic, and on that topic, that might be the group discussion, or it can also be the individual presentation, ma'am, that we individual person has to do.
yes, yes. So your madam suggested that you stand in front of the mirror and practice.
No, I was not comfortable with the mirror one. So I asked her that, yeah, what can I do? So she told, just read it loudly for 3 times. Then you start explaining yourself like as if you are explaining to someone else.
Hmm.
So that will work.
Hmm.
That will work is what she told me. Yeah,
Yeah,
that worked to me, but that was only 10%, not like what you say in offline, while there are some more than 100
yeah,
people.
yeah. So when you're in an offline setting, you see 100 people in the room and you feel nervous.
Nervous, yes, ma'am.
And you want to know how you can tackle the situation. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am, correctly.
Okay. So there are two things you can do.
Hmm.
First is before you go on stage, see this nervousness is an energy that has to be expelled.
Okay.
The fear, anxiety, it's all energy.
Okay,
The
ma'am.
easiest thing you can do is before you get on stage, you know to do jumping jacks?
Yes, ma'am.
Do
Yes.
10 jumping jacks.
Okay.
Okay? Do 10 jumping jacks, get on the stage. And now you see the 100 people sitting there. You feel nervous, right?
Yes.
So, do you have children?
No, ma'am, I'm not married.
Or do you like children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So just imagine that the 100 people sitting in front of you are children.
Okay.
They're just there waiting to hear what you're going to say.
Okay. Okay.
And honestly, when you're performing on stage, everybody in the audience, they are there to encourage and support you.
Okay.
We feel that they are there to make us feel scared. No.
Hmm.
Even
Okay.
if you make a mistake, I'm sure everybody in the audience is like praying, oh, I hope Nagashri gets the next line. I hope she can pick it up from here. Nobody's sitting there thinking, oh, I want Nagashri to make a bad performance.
Okay.
Because everybody understands how difficult it is to be on stage and present.
Yes.
Okay, next time when you go on stage, do 10 jumping jacks, and everybody sitting in the audience, they're all cheering for you.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
And the easiest thing is to look at some person who's pleasant, who's happy. Start your presentation looking at that person.
Hmm.
Or go back to that person whenever you feel nervous.
Okay.
Okay?
And the same thing, can I apply this in the group discussion as well? That the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. And while interview, when it is going 1-to-1, this interview happening that time, ma'am, when it is about the selection, either it can be
Yes.
private
So,
or the government, this interview thing.
whatever. You
Okay.
just have to feel that the interviewer sitting opposite to you, they're
Hmm.
here to support you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. So, Reenu, we have one more question from Thivan.
Okay.
So I think it would be the last one, right?
Yeah. We'll
Nobody
take.
else here, right? So we'll take last question from Thivan before we close the session.
Good evening, ma'am. I would like to thank Ayushi ma'am and obviously Reenu ma'am for giving such a very good session. The thing is that I'm still sitting in the office and I'm attending this show, this class, ma'am. The thing is that I watch a lot of stand-up comics, like stand-up comedians doing their crowd show, their live show and all. Whenever they do a live show and when the crowd raises something, it is just like within an instant, within a jiffy, they give out a very good answer for it. They have such an aura, they have such a presence of mind. Until this day, until the time I attended the show, I was just of the belief that probably they are born with this talent of just answering it. They have very quick wit and all. So I would just like to hear your opinion on it, so that I would love to know some tips on how to develop myself, like how to be more quick-witted, how to give a very strong reply, and how to have a very strong presence of mind.
Okay. But before that, I want to ask you, Tivin, why do you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
do all that?
Ma'am, well, actually, the thing is that, ma'am, right now I have my some interviews scheduled also. Like sometimes during my state bank interview and all, I froze for some minutes. Because the thing was that I went with such a serious outlook. Probably they'll be asking me very tough questions. And with that outlook, they just asked a very simple, and it was also a very humorous question. I
Mm.
was not able to reply with. I was like, no, hello. I was hesitant. That is what. But if I had attended your show, probably I would have changed myself for the better at that time.
Mm. Yes. So why did you go into the interview thinking it'll be serious? Thinking they'll ask.
Because the thing is that, yes, ma'am, I read a lot on Quora, and I also, like my peers also did tell me that the interview, they were asking all tough questions. But it was like a snowball for me. When they asked me a humorous question, I was able to answer all the hard questions. But the humorous part, I couldn't because I froze.
Mm. And are you naturally a humorous person?
Yeah, I'm naturally very humorous person, but the thing is that I'm not able to display because, like I told earlier, like the stand-up comics, they don't know how their crowd is. They don't know what to expect. But when
Yeah.
an unexpected question comes up for them, also they're able to give it within a jiffy. I would
Mm.
just know
Yeah.
how to develop that.
Yeah. You know what? Even I wish I had that talent, that skill.
Yes, man.
Not everybody has that. It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I always tell myself that I can think on my feet.
yeah.
Like we
Think
were
on your feet.
talking about
Yes,
affirmations and we
yes,
spoke about beliefs. So this is one
yes,
belief
ma'am.
that I like to cultivate in myself, that I am quick-witted and I can think on my feet.
Yes, ma'am.
And honestly, if you ask me 10 times out of 10, maybe 3 times I was able to think on my feet. And that's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true,
Because
ma'am.
stand-up comedians, like you mentioned, they are doing what they're doing with practice.
Exactly, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be like them, do we? Because that's a different game altogether. There's a
Yes,
different
ma'am.
skill
That is
set
true.
that being a stand-up comedian requires.
Yes, ma'am. That is true, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
oftentimes
ju-
I feel like
yeah.
when you ask me a question, I might not have an answer then, or I might not have the
Mm,
best answer then. And when I come home, I'm like, oh, I could have given the better answer.
yes, ma'am.
That's okay. We are all human beings. Sometimes we can think on our feet and sometimes we can't.
Yes, ma'am. That is true, ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank
The
you.
next year, when you go
Yes,
in
yes.
for an interview, maybe you can be a little more relaxed. Be flexible. There's this saying, the person with the most flexible behavior has the better chance of winning.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, how do we cultivate this habit of flexibility in our behavior?
Oh, that's a good one. Um, it starts with doing the basic things differently.
Okay.
Like if you have coffee with your right hand, try it with your left hand. If you brush your
Okay.
teeth with your right hand, try with your left hand. Because we are
Yes,
all so fixed and rigid. If you take the same route to work, try another route.
ma'am. Okay.
If you go to the gym and work out, try a different routine.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
By doing that,
Probably.
because
Yes,
our
ma'am.
brain is wired in a way to
Mm.
stay with the same things.
Yes, ma'am.
Familiarity.
Mm.
Yeah, so we are fixed that way. For our mind also should feel that it's okay if Tivin makes a small change in his environment. If Tivin brushes with his left hand one day, it's okay.
Yes, ma'am. True
Okay.
that, ma'am.
Start with
Yes,
something small.
ma'am.
If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
put a shirt with the right hand, try doing it with the left.
Exactly, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is true, ma'am.
Yeah.
I just want to add one event because I was a football player back in college, back in school also. The thing is that most were right-footed, like they
Mm,
used to take their shots in the right. But I
yes.
did come across a guy who was like he had injured his right leg for some time, and he was practicing to his left. Like daily, he used to kick the ball around 500 to 600 times, and eventually he was one of the guy who had the best shot with his left leg in school. I still
Yes.
remember that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the thing we can all develop. Flexibility. All
Yes,
these
ma'am.
are characters, traits that one can develop. Thinking on
Yes,
your
ma'am.
feet, being quick-witted.
Yes, ma'am. That is true.
Okay,
Thank you,
Tivin.
ma'am. Thank you for your answer.
You're very welcome and all the best for your next interview.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely.
Before
So
we wind
again,
up, Aishi, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And all of you here today, I'm extremely grateful that you are here. It's late in the night, it's 9:46 almost. And seeing you all there, seeing your presence and your energy is what helped me get through the session. Thank you very much.
amazing. Thank you so much, Reenu. And I see students got a lot of amazing insights and the way they are hooked and they don't feel tired at all and they can go on and on. It's all thanks to the amazing insights that you have shared. If you can also share your social media, so where students who would like to be in touch with you, they can follow you. So I
Sure.
think it would be great for students.
Yes. So I have an Instagram page. It's called Coach Reenu. Please follow me and
Okay, wonderful. So guys, you can follow her on Instagram. Coach Reenu is her handle.
yes.
Okay. All right, amazing. So, Ashish, for your question, you can send it to me offline and we will get you the answer. No worries. But in interest of time, we will close the session now. And thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Your participation and enthusiasm helps me bring more skilled coaches like Reenu to come and help you interact with you all. Okay, and you guys will do really good in your life. Don't not have any second thought about it. You may not feel very confident as of now, but guess what? It's just the beginning of the life, okay? If I think of myself 5 years back, I can't think of speaking the way I'm speaking or doing what I'm doing. So it's okay. You can always change for better and just implement what knowledge and tips Renu has shared with you all, and sky is gonna be a limit for you. So thank you all, everyone. Take care. I hope you had an amazing time. Bye bye. Thank you so much,
Bye.
Renu.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.